quite good city warfare combat distance.
The AK-47. Is there anybody out there who does not have an opinion about the Soviet assault rifle? Many people think that it is just a copy of the German MP-44, but this is simply not true. It is 100% sure that Mikhail Kalashnikov was inspired by the German model, but there are quite a few differences between them. The overall look and the curved magazine are similar, but I think that the intermediate cartridge was the key element of the inspiration. A single weapon with the firepower of the submachine gun and the accuracy of the rifle. One single gun to be issued to each and every soldier of the army. These are the basics of the concept. If we are looking for the origins of the AK-47, we must not forget about the M1 Garand either. The concept of gas-operated system and the tilting bolthead closing the breech are very close to the ideas of John C. Garand, built into the famous M1 semi-auto rifles of the US Army during the Second World War. The 7.62x39 M43 cartridge was truly inspired by the German model. This ammo was first used in the Simonov semi-auto rifles pushed into service in the last year of the Second World War. Mikhail Kalashnikov was not an engineer, but he was a natural-born genius. He started designing a new automatic rifle while recovering from a battle wound in 1941. He started working on the gas-operated intermediate cartridge short-stroke piston, a rotary bolt design in 1943, and completed his work in 1946.
The freedom fights of the Hungarian Revolution in Budapest was the first ever combat service for the AK-47 assault rifles. It is capable of semi-auto or automatic firing mode. Of course, this is converted to semi-auto. And this was the first ever automatic rifle in the Soviet Union Army which fired the 7.62x39 intermediate carbine cartridge. So the distance is 40 meters, a quite good city warfare distance. And I think not too much for the AK-47.
The wooden stock AK-47 is comfortable to shoot. The recoil is manageable and the sights are placed well on the receiver and the barrel.
Let's check it. Not bad. Only one flyer here.
The first prototypes of 1946 were not satisfying, so Kalashnikov accepted the help of Alexandr Zaitsev to modify the original design. They changed the action to long stroke, simplified the receiver, unified the fire selector and safety switches. The army trials began in 1948, and the Red Army accepted the new design under the name 7.62 Avtomat Kalashnikova in 1949. The Soviet intervention against the revolution started on the 4th of November 1956 with overwhelming power. This was the first action of such weapons as the T-54 main battle tank or the AK-47 assault rifle. The revolution did not have any chance against the strongest army of the Eastern Bloc. Although badly outnumbered and outgunned, the rebels were still able to cause heavy damage to the invading forces with using the same tactics as the Soviets used against the Germans in Stalingrad. The freedom fighters pulled the armed motorized enemy into the very heart of the city and used all improvised arms to fight them. The original M43 cartridge held an 8-gram full metal jacket lead bullet with an iron core. The muzzle velocity is supposed to be around 720 meters per second, and the curved magazine held 30 cartridges. This cartridge is still one of the best military cartridges with excellent accuracy and excellent penetration.
Okay, the distance is 80 meters. So double as before.
The AK-47 of course fires from the closed bolt.
Still in the ring of the 8 and all in the black area. That's quite good.
The Soviet army did not pass any of the AKs to the Eastern European countries. They kept them as a secret. So if you see one in the picture in the hands of a rebel, you can be sure that it was taken from a Soviet soldier. The AK was designed by a simple soldier for the simple soldiers, so the maintenance and field stripping is easy and quick enough to be done anywhere and anytime. And this gun functions with the upper cover removed also. For cleaning the mechanism, you first have to remove the recoil spring and the guide rod, and then you can remove the gas piston and the bolt assembly. If you have never seen how the rotating bolt head works, here is your chance. As the bolt reaches the forward position, the bolt head turns circa 40 degrees and locks the breech.
Right.
The reassembly is just as easy. Replace the piston with the bolt first with fitting its guide into the recess on the receiver, and after that you can replace the recoil spring and the cover. Piece of cake, anybody can learn it in 5 minutes.
So ladies and gentlemen, the distance to the target is around 110 meters. The size of the metal plate is not bigger than the upper body. And let's see how the Russian technology can handle the distance. It works well. Only a very few AK-47s found the way to the rebels, but I'm sure that if anybody got one of these, he was very happy to trade any kind of firearm for this.